What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Monster Legends. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button to show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, lots of new stuff going on today. Well, kind of a lot. A decent amount of new stuff is going on right now. We've got the new wars and stuff. Dr. Viktor's Patron's making a comeback. We'll talk about that. It's not as great as it was before. And then there's the Sell Week and all that good business, and the Brace Yourself new big event coming. Oh, I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be crazy, I guess. I don't know. I think there's one's going to be like a breeding event or something. We'll see. We'll see about all that stuff. But a couple of things to talk about. First up, we ended the season in Gold 1. I was pretty butthurt because about 2 hours before the season actually ended, I broke back into Legends, but of course I lost the defense in the next 2 hours, and my sad face was put on. So we actually ended in Gold 1 as pretty butthurt because we made it back to Legends for the third time, and then we got kicked out of it again. Also, the channel hit 3,000 subs. It was a couple of days back, maybe 3 days ago. Still pretty awesome. I'm not going to do like a special video for 3,000. Maybe when we get like 5,000, we'll jump back in and be like, what's up? But for nowsies, still awesome. Your support is amazing. But we've got stuff to talk about today. New events. Well, not really new events. New offers. All right? Because offers are always good sometimes, eventually. Okay, so first up, we've got the Sell Week. Now, I've done a lot of videos on Sell Week before anyway. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of them. They're really straightforward. There's nothing really that complicated about it. You buy cells. You buy the cells, the monsters you want. If you want a monster, like, say I wanted Tempest really bad. One of my buddies say he wanted Dr. Viktor really bad. I'd say, hey, yo, brohan, I'll buy 40 Dr. Viktor cells. You buy 40 Tempest cells. We'll trade them to each other. And then obviously, he'll buy 40 of the cells he wants too, so he'd buy 40 Dr. Viktor, 40 Tempest. You trade the other person what they want, so you both end up with 80 cells of the monster that you wanted. Alright? It's kind of what you do. You don't have to use Elementum to craft after that. You can just keep those cells. They don't go bad. And the next Cell event, do the same thing. And eventually, you'll be able to rank that monster up and all that good business, and that's what you do. Alright? Alright. Also, since Dr. Viktor's Patron's going on, buying these rare cells isn't a bad deal. It will get you a decent amount of points for it, because you get 2 cells, obviously, every time you buy 1. But the offers do change. They're not always the same every Sell Week to Sell Week to Sell Week, because new monsters get added into the rotation, and some older monsters get kicked out of the rotation. You can check that out on the Monster Wiki. They do have a Sell Shop tab that'll show you what's going on right now, and the very next one, so what comes out in 9 hours, 49 minutes. Heads up, Voltaic will be here in 10 hours in the shop. I'm going to be picking some of those cells up because he's really good. But like I said, you can check out what's going on now, what happened last time, and what's coming up next. Every time the Cell Shop refreshes, you can keep doing that, so you kind of know what offers are coming, and it's not a bad deal to do. Alright? Alright, so Sell Week, outski the way. Before we jump into these things, we're going to go down here to Dr. Viktor's Patrons. In this area I place, I've got 1,100 points already, and that's from buying rare cells. The rewards this time aren't nearly as good as they were before. Just gonna say it. Before you got a legendary here, and then cells, I believe, 120 cells at 6,000 points. Then you got 3 level 10 runes at 15,000. Apparently they thought that was not a good idea to keep that in there. It wasn't back then, because of the cell glitch and the fact you could reset the cell shop and buy tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of cells. Like I did, I kind of cheated the system. Not going to complain about it, it worked for me. But since they removed that from being possible in the game, they definitely should have scaled the rewards to match. Like this right here is the stupidest reward possibly in the game. 45,000 points. That's going to cost you thousands upon thousands of gems. You get 100 Elementium. It's not bad, but 45,000 points is just unattainable. It's ridiculous. And 15,000 points for a single him-ass egg, like, for real? He's not that amazing, peeps. So this will probably be the shut-off point for most of your free-to-play players if you're picking up all those rare cells, which I would recommend you do. Not a bad deal. Also, you get a little bit of food. Not a huge deal. If you really need food, not bad. But this event's nowhere near as powerful as it was before, especially with Cell Glitch being gone and done with. The rewards now seem a little bit scaled up too high, to the point that it's just not really worth. Like, I'm not going to go for 15,000 points whatsoever. There's no reason to. Why would I spend that many gems to get a him-ass? Not worth. Not worth. But there you go with that. Breeding events on. Whatevs. Not a huge deal. There was something else I was going to talk about. I remembered it when I was in here. Let's look back at it. Maybe I'll remember it again. I'm thinking. It was something special. I was thinking this would make something I could talk about, and then I forgot about it. So we're going to forget about it for now because that's what we do. Let's go back up instead, and we'll talk about these new offers that are going on, and we'll jump into the team shop because it is newly refreshed as well. First up, we've got the Water, Dark, and Epic Wars that are going on right now, so obviously there's a build-a-pack in this option. There's a couple options here you can pick from. Hey man, obviously the worst of all of these. Do not spend your gems on that dude. Balthazar, pretty solid dark damage dealer. Not the best, but he's not bad either. Scrib, kind of slower for a possessor, but he's not terrible at it. So it's kind of between those two, I would say, if you're going to pick that slot. Those two monsters are the best. Mystery is not bad. I use mine occasionally. I don't think she's the one I'd ever really rank up, though. Frost Wrath is absolutely amazing. Really good denial, really high base speed with AoE freeze and stam leak in the same skill, which isn't bad at all. And you've got Enipiast here. He's also not bad, I do believe. I can't remember if it's him. Is it him who's the denial monster? I can't remember, to be honest. But I've heard of his name before, so he can't be that bad, right? Alright, so Frost Wrath's probably my favorite pick there, mainly because I like the design, and he's a good denial as well. And your epics, kind of up to you. None of those are really standout epics, in my opinion, so Margle may be the best. I don't know much about the other two. But if you're picking up that pack, those are probably the monsters you want to go for. Then we're going to move down here to the Anti-Possession pack, which has got some pretty solid monsters in it, to be honest. Brynhilda can hit some really big numbers, some really solid damage. I think she has a 70 power special base single target attack with 0 cooldown, which is pretty nuts. Also, she has the ability to possess some peeps as well. A little bit of crowd control sprinkled in there. So she's not bad. Mommy's a really good dark monster with the AoE stun and some heavy damaging dark skills as well. Noctum's kind of hit and miss. His ultimate's really why people get him, because it's kind of like Oros, has a chance to insta-kill the enemy. Not the best, in my opinion, but some people like him. Up to you. I would probably recommend Brynhilda or Mommy. Probably leaning toward Mommy, in all honesty. In the magic category, Lumona. I've never even seen Lumona really used since she came out in the maze way back in the day. She wasn't very good. A lot of people didn't really care to get her. I haven't really seen her ever in PvP, or people use her in PvP. She's just not that. She's not that solid. Erebus, kind of the same story. A pretty trash monster in my opinion. But Malaire is one of the best magic damage dealers in the game in my opinion. Pretty solid guy. So if you're gonna go for that magic slot here, this is what I'd probably pick up. And this last one over here, Incognita, is an absolutely fantastic monster. Can be used in support or damage dealer because she has some pretty amazing skills. A 55 power AoE is pretty nuts. She's got one. Alright, also Egg Eater, really solid magic monster there. He's also in the Dragon book for denial. So not bad monster there either. And the last one here, Mr. Scratch. I don't know a whole lot about Mr. Scratch, but I'm not super impressed by him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really big on it. So Incognita or Egg Eater, really good for this slot. And Brynhilda or Mommy for this one here. Probably the best picks you're going to pick up. Still, not bad offers. Not bad offers at all. For $5.99, not a bad deal to pick up if you're still rounding out your books and your monsters and stuff like that. If you're ranking up any of these monsters, obviously it's not a bad deal to pick them up either. You know what I'm saying? Then we've got the Anti-Freeze pack. Alright, the Anti-Freeze pack. Not bad monsters here either. Reptile is a really cool support. I do like him. The ability to give triple damage to a monster is pretty crazy powerful. Not to mention the double damage he has as well. And he got a couple crowd control skills as well. Some blind and damage reduction and a stun skill. So he has a little bit of denial. Not really. Good support monster. He works in PvE and PvP very well. You also got Chill Bill, who's a pretty solid water damage dealer. Can give himself double damage, I believe. He does hit pretty hard. Not a bad water monster there. Who's the last one here? Hercule. I was never really impressed by Hercule. Some people like him. Up to you. I would say none of those three are really bad picks. And, in all honesty, they're not really bad. It's just whatever you want more, right? This middle one here, Kalik, is an amazing denial monster. Not bad at all. The ability to give your team immunity to freeze as well is a nice little supporting buff she has. She makes a really good denial for your main denial. She also makes a good denial in a backup position with 3 team speed because she can give your team immunity to freeze and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. Alright, you've got Tega here. Tega can be pretty nasty and pretty annoying to fight because he gives himself camouflage, which isn't quite as powerful as evasion because he can still get status effects landed on him. But he can come out of that camouflage and hit some pretty big numbers with double damage and precision and stuff like that, so he's not bad at all for damage dealing in the light category. I would say he's probably one of the better light damage dealers up there. He's up there for sure, in my opinion. Polaris C, not the fastest, kind of a decent denial. Not really crazy quick, and not either really crazy strong if you're going damage dealer roll on it, which you could, I guess. I wouldn't recommend it. Kind of an odd monster in all honesty. I don't know if I'd recommend you pick one up. They do look kind of cool. But Kalik probably your best choice in that slot, with Tega being a good damage dealing option. The Epic here, Nautilus 1, obviously going to be the walk-away winner there. Avast isn't bad either. Not a terrible, got some crowd control skills on it. But Nautilus, as you guys know, with AoE freeze and stuff like that, this guy's a pretty nasty Epic. So if you're going to pick one of those up, that's probably the best one, right? Right. So that is the packs, I do believe. There was, I keep thinking there was something here I was going to say, and I keep looking at it, and I can't remember what I was going to say. And I'm upset. Whatever. Whatever. We're going to move past it. We're moving past it, peeps. All right, so we're going to go down here and check out the new Team War stuff and things. I actually haven't looked at it yet, but I do know a little bit about the monster. I looked up on the wiki, because that's what you do. You wiki search things. All right? One thing you guys might notice straight away is I do have 2,124 Team War coins, which I did not have before. I sent a ticket into support about the buying General Shannara by accident. I said, you know, kind of blows that happened, you know, a confirmation button would be nice in the future, and they were kind enough to refund me my war coins and take the egg from my storage, so that was awesome. Props, Social Points support team, they came through for me, okay? But here we go, alright? Obviously, the new one that people are talking about, he's actually pretty cheap for how good he is. 1,005 coins for the Holter's Bodyguard is not a bad deal. This guy's a really solid support. He has a lot of good healing moves, as well as a AoE skill that actually gives negative healing to the enemy team, which does kind of help protect him from being possessed, because you get that off first, then you get possessed and you pop a heal. You're actually going to end up doing damage to the enemy team instead of healing them, which is actually really powerful. So, not a bad support at all. Really good support, in my opinion. We'll do like analysis on him tomorrow, probably, but that's how you know he's not a damage dealer. He has, I guess he could be, maybe, if you really wanted to run him that way. Wouldn't recommend it. This guy's definitely a support-based monster, so if you're looking for a good support in the Team War shop, as cheap as that guy is, that's not bad. That is not bad at all, especially if you're a newer player. You don't have a lot of coins yet. This guy is going to do fantastic for you on support. But anyways, some of the other monsters that are on offer right now, who we're going to talk about. So General Autumn, if you don't have a General Autumn, really good, solid guy to pick up. A good support, can be denial, can be damage dealer. Very, very versatile monster here. Up to you where you want to run him. I think Keythor kind of dethrones him as the better support. If you want to run him in a supporting role, Keythor's probably a little bit better. But this guy here, he can be used in all three spots, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice to have a monster that can do that much stuff for you. So, worth a pickup if you don't have one. If you do have one, you obviously know he's good. Alright? Holter, not super amazing in the damage dealing role. He's okay. He works alright. He's not like terrible. He does get a lot of crap I think he doesn't deserve. You know, he does have the ability to give himself double damage, but the lack of a special damage AoE and stuff like that does kind of hold him back. So, up to you, maybe not. Autumn's Pet, gonna say hard pass. He's not really that great. Some people like him. But if you want a damage dealer, General Autumn's actually better at it than his pet is. So, up to you. Also, the Bodyguard, I think, is actually even better than the Autumn's Pet at damage dealing. So, probably a pass there. Holter's Pet would be a hard pass, in my opinion. There's Autumn's Bodyguard, as you can see. He is a little bit cheaper than Autumn's Pet. Plus, he has quicksand skills and stuff. That's something Autumn's Pet does not have. So, Autumn's Bodyguard, he does have a pretty bad trait. But, other than that, he is a little bit better, in my opinion, than Autumn's Pet is. Shihao. Absolute trash. Do not pick up Xiao. He's so bad. He's the slowest monster ever for a denial. Really high stamina cost skills. He is not good. Don't buy him unless you're using this guy simply for a gold farm, because that is all that he is good for. He does have a 305 gold per minute, which means he's good for gold farming, but that's all he's good for. Okay? Plethodon being an epic. Up to you if you want to spend your coins on epics. I would say it's probably not a good idea, because generally you can just, save those coins and buy something better that's legendary. Up to you, though, if you want to do that. Then there's the cells, obviously, for those people. Is there anything else going on? Nope. There's actually just straight into the runes, which runes aren't a bad deal. I figured they'd have, some special deals on. You know what I'm saying? Usually, when the team shop just refreshes, there's, some special offers, you can buy these guys for 3 days or something. Apparently not this time. Apparently not this time. They might show up tomorrow or something like that. They usually have them, where it's like, hey, surprise. It could have also been a couple days ago we had it, so that could be why we're not getting another one. But whatevs. The new thing to worry about here, Holter's Bodyguard, really good support, actually really cheap in the price as well, so not bad to pick up if you don't have one. Alright? Alright, now I think that's it. I do believe that is, I really freaking wish I could remember what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Now, when I'm going to remember it, it's going to be like stupid, not even worth talking about. So, I don't know. There we go. I think that's all I wanted to talk about today, right? Am I right? Am I correct? I believe I'm correct. I think in my mind place that I am right. So anyways, we're going to cut it off there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, don't forget to leave those in the down there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you liked the video, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button to show your support, and I will see you guys next time.